Hello and welcome to Wake Up and Smell the Mic S&P 500 review for Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. It's 6:45 a.m. Central Time. We'll start off in the daily DeMark chart and symbolic to see that the disqualified up 4 failed to become qualified and confirmed. This was to be the confirming bar on January 4th. And on the 3rd, we had an open of 4778.14. And then on the 4th, we had a close of 4793.54. So that failed the confirming bar by a few points. The confirming bar did open higher than the close the day before, and we did tick higher than all the other bars in the sequence, but we missed the close above the open of the previous bar, so that's a fail. And for me, that casts more doubt on the uptrend for now until we get some of these qualified and confirmed, maybe back to the magnet level or this trend factor up 4 again. Possibly the risk levels, combo and sequential at 4805.49. I would much rather see one of these, magnet or trend factor up 4, become qualified and confirmed first. But I will take the risk level if it becomes qualified and confirmed, and then we'll set our sights to here, 4838.59, the 50% qualified and confirmed propulsion exhaustion up right here at 4838.38. Also has the relative retracement disqualified up 3 in there, 4838.62. The daily chart did print the combo and sequential sell setup 2 count, and to negate that for today we'll need a close below 4778.73. The megaphone sell 7 end count did shift over to this highest intraday high here at 4818.62, and that caused the 50% disqualified propulsion exhaustion down and the 100% disqualified propulsion exhaustion down to shift up a bit. The S&P 500 weekly chart in DeMark shows that we have printed the sequential sell countdown 13 for this week. It needs to be above this bar's high at 4740.74 to keep that at the end of day Friday. If it closes below that, we lose that sequential sell countdown 13. The weekly chart also printed the combo and sequential sell setup 3, and to negate that, we'll need a close below 4712.02. The S&P 500 main chart is where we have transposed the DeMark indicators to a stock chart along with other support and resistance levels from the cloud, etc. And my S&P analysis using DeMark indicators is purely my own. I am not affiliated with DeMark, and nothing I convey to the S&P main chart using DeMark indicators can be construed as guidance from DeMark analytics. And we're stopping here so that we can put in perspective visually what the support zone looks like. You can see it anchored at the top by the daily conversion line. Right under there is the daily channel 3 low. Below that, the daily 50% propulsion exhaustion down target. Then the weekly and daily baselines both at 4656.87. The weekly Bollinger Band midband, and the 100% disqualified propulsion exhaustion down the line in the sand where we have a close and sustained move under 4551.71 puts the S&P 500 into a downtrend. Preferably qualified and confirmed before it does that, but a close and sustained move is about the same. And most notably within the support zone is the channel 3 low at 4706, right near the top of this gap zone here. Here's the S&P 500 daily cloud chart, where you can see that we're bouncing around towards the apex of this rising wedge. And we ran the gamut yesterday right to the top and a little past it, and then right to the bottom, and then closed right in the middle. So to me, this is like a super ball. Anybody remembers those? These little balls, and you just drop them on the ground from a few feet up, and then they bounce real high, so you can like slam it on the ground and it would go up like 20-30 feet in the air. And that's what this reminds me of, oscillating here quicker and quicker, and then when it does break out of there, it's going to be a move with some high velocity. The S&P 500 is at 4788.90 in the pre-market hours. And in the S&P 500 support and resistance level big board, we can see that the pivot point and the bottom of the rising wedge in blue is within 10 points of current price during the pre-market hours. And underneath there is the S1 at 47.72 for support. And then interestingly, the only resistance above is the sequential sell risk level and combo sell risk level, which can be considered minor support. So the only major support above the pivot point is the weekly high channel 3 at 4805. And here's the bottom of that gap zone that I showed just before this in the S&P 500 main chart, 4697.67. And lastly, for those who are following along, you saw the video that I posted yesterday on the TNX 10-year chart, and the major resistance level, if you noticed, is at 1.89. So we've dropped down from there, made it up as high as 1.81, I believe. And 1.89 is the major resistance level. Break through that, I believe it was on to 1.73 and then 1.75 and ultimately 1.95 or 2.0% for the 10-year. Have a great day.